This is the Infinite Intelligence Report, episode number 13. Question. It seems there are countries across the world who are now starting to open their doors for people who have not been inoculated. What will the world look like in the next few months, and will we see more countries following this course of action? What has been brought up upon the world pertaining to a vaccination agenda will be completely coming to an end within the months to come. This whole ordeal has been manifested as an opportunity to expose the corrupt from the shadows and for the people of the earth to finally stand up and oppose such rule that has been dwelling upon the planet for many centuries. This is the beginning time of transitional leadership that are currently under the guise of the counter forces. When you see the governments of the world suddenly changing the narrative and speak against agendas that were once of the dealings of shadow forces, this is an indication that those who were authoritative to such plans are no longer in any position to uphold them. This has led to a change in the guard, where those who had supported such a campaign have either been removed from their positions or have become turncoats, now serving under the umbrella of the Counterforce Alliance. As a result of the old agendas collapsing, many countries that are under transitional leadership are now ending this campaign and will be opening their doors to people from around the world who are either vaccinated or not. However, within the coming months, there will be greater scrutiny that the world will engage in, demanding that those who have orchestrated such events be held responsible and be put on trial. More of these answers regarding introspection of the entire COVID agenda will be placed under the spotlight, and deeper investigations will be administered that will lead to a greater revealing behind these dealings involving the dark forces. It is important to note, however, that many people who supported such agendas have mostly been dealt with through secret military tribunals already, and that any trials within the months ahead would mostly be seen as a formality in continuity with the new narrative that the counterforces are continuing. Question. Why has there been such a pushing to censor information online, and will this controlling form of censorship continue for much longer? With censoring, this has been part of an agenda meant to serve multiple purposes for the corrupt. There will be further investigations pending that surround censorship online, and this is only being permitted to continue because further exposures surrounding those behind the censorship agenda will be taking place, particularly as you move into the year of 2023. The world must be informed on narratives that have attempted to condone censorship through hidden agendas to curry favor with furthering corrupt plans to enable control and policies, often political in nature, to avoid whistleblowers to expose inner dealings. Yet the attempt to continue with censorship through the internet and through other forms of media are not being ignored, and will lead to a disclosure regarding those who have attempted to maintain this censorship. And this too will result in further revealing of such agendas to be exposed through the new narrative. As this is exposed further, regulations and new protocols will come into perspective, downsizing social media's immunity to enable censorship to further political leverage and to prevent whistleblower testimonies. Social media will be refined, and it will lead to an online presence where a broader scope of disclosure will become permissible, as this will be important for the further revealing of scandals to air as part of the new narrative to come. Question. With all these changes taking place, is it true that we will be living in a world where all form of corruption will be a thing of the past? If so, what would an earth like that look like, living on it from day to day? Much of what you are familiar with shall still remain upon such an earth. What will be different will be the end of scandals, lies, corruption, manipulation, manufactured wars, manufactured diseases and cures, poverty, environmental destruction, and other agendas that were designed to favor the few and neglect the many will be a thing of the past. Leadership in time will be based more on a meritocracy and leaders that declare their intention to lead will have personal records available through open source channels. Where there are hidden dealings harmful to others under the guise of such a leader, their ability to lead in any form will be denied. This will not be a system created all at once, but with time, effort, and restructuring of the current systems. The way of the people will hold a greater power of scrutiny and discretion that will no longer be ignored by once corrupt government officials and governments in general. Each country will have its own way of reinventing themselves and how they conduct their own level of governance, though meritocracy could be seen as the norm within the years to come. Large tech companies, media companies, education, transportation, law enforcement, government, and other branches of human society will be completely reworked and overhauled to enable the equality of people, not authority of elitist mentality. It will take time before this is fully developed, as trial and error will continue, and more corruption still lurking in the shadows behind the scenes will need to be further exposed so that it will not interfere in this overhaul of human society and its branches of modern living. You are entering a time where scrutiny and revaluation of everything that has been built by man will be under investigation. These agendas over the past several years have only led the people of the earth to perform greater housekeeping as well as cleanup, so that what remains on the earth currently that serves corruption can be rooted out and dismantled further. Together, those behind the scenes and yourselves in front of the scenes will be the ones responsible for the thorough cleanup of the dark forces that remain, so that they will never be able to rise into authority again. The keys are being handed to the new tenants of the earth. Those tenants are every man, woman, and child. This concludes the Infinite Intelligence Report. Thank you for watching. Namaskar. Thank you very much for checking out the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you can check out the websites, newearthteachings.com, where you can order a private session, 3 questions by email, EQ method, and a lot more. And you can also check out healingcodecards.com, where you can grab your mind deck, your body deck, and of course the brand new Body Deck Special Edition. All of these are available in digital editions as well. And you can also get a shirt just like this through healingcodeshop.com, where you can experience the healing codes in apparel form. So feel free to check out these websites. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Be well.